Hello, my dear students. In this topic, we will learn about the informalization of Indian workforce. Okay, that is very harmful if the informalization takes place in any country. So, before studying regarding the informalization of Indian workforce, we will have to give some ideas. Okay. We know that more than half of Indian workforce depends on farming because farming is the major source of livelihood. Is it clear? So it has been also observed that over the years quality of life, okay, or quality of life has not improved, has not become better. So we find that a small section of Indian workforce is getting a regular income, okay, in compared to other. So what will happen? Some of the workers do not get regular income and other benefits related to job, such as maternity benefits, provident fund, gratuity, pension, etc. Okay. As a result, their uh, economical condition is not better in respect of uh, the workers who are getting the regular wages, or they are getting the benefits. Uh, in this situation, we can say the structure of employment in India can be divided into two parts. One is known as the formal or organized sectors, and other is known as informal or unorganized sectors. So, first, that is the formal, and that is organized sector, and second is the informal, that is unorganized sector. Is it clear? So first of all, I am going to discuss that is the formal sectors or organized sectors. Okay. Formal sector means all those sectors which is governed by the rules and regulations, which is governed by the government. That is known as the formal sectors. Okay, and the sectors which have not any perfect rules, benefits to the workers, that is the part of informal sectors. Okay, so all the public sector establishment will come under the formal sectors. Large scale industries which is located in the hand of private sectors, okay, they will also come under the formal sectors. Clear? A new definition has also come. All those areas where more than 10 workers are hired, okay, and also they are getting some benefits of what? Benefits of provident fund, they will also considered as a formal sectors. Is it clear? So in this way we can say the area where the workforce is applied more than 10 hired worker, that is a part of organized sectors, or that is a part of formal sectors. Okay, so employees working in such establishment are called formal sector workers. Here the government has implemented some labor laws to protect their right in the various ways. So these workers are entitled to social security benefits, such as provident fund, gratuity, pensions, etc. Okay. On the accept these benefits, we can say they have the rights to form trade unions, okay, so that they can easily bargain their power and they can protect ourselves from the exploitations. So we can say that out of 30 million formal sector workers, only 6 millions where about 20% women are working, or you can say more than up to 20 to 24% million women are working in this sector. So here we find the contribution of what? Female is very less. Now come to the informal sectors or unorganized sectors. Okay, so all the private sector establishment which employ less than 10 workers are called informal or unorganized sectors. Okay, here employees working in such establishment, they do not get the social security benefits such as pension, provident fund, gratuity, etc. Okay, these workers cannot form trade union and they have big bargaining power for their rights, or they cannot protect ourselves from the labor laws. So in this way, basically these workers are exploited by the owner of the firms. Okay, so this sectors includes millions of farmers, agricultural laborers, owner of small enterprises, etc. Okay, technology used in the informal sectors enterprises is generally outdated. They usually also they usually do not maintain the accounts. Basically here there is a casual workers are present. Sometimes they get the job, and sometimes if there is no demand, they do not get the job. Okay, in our country, informal sector male workers are accounted nearly 69% of the workforce, and the female workers accounted nearly 31% of workforce. Okay, so in this way we observe that employment growth has declined in the organized sector. Due to that, the demand for due to that, more employment has generated or has increased in the unorganized sector. So this situation is termed as the informalization of workforce. Is it clear? So if the question comes, what do you mean by informalization of Indian workforce? So your answer will be completed that the demand for the informal sector is continuously decreasing. Informal sector is continuously increasing, and the demand for the formal sector is continuously declining. That's why the people have started to migrate from the formal sector to informal sectors, and informalization of workforce is continuously happening. Okay, so it also refers to a situation when the proportion of workforce are more. Okay, continuously, not more, continuously rise in the informal sector, and that is known as informalization of workforce. Okay, so this is the basic difference between the formal and informal sector. and this is known as the informalization of workforce. Okay, thank you.